Joining us now is Justin Wolfers, Professor of Economics and Public Policy at the University of Michigan. Good to have you with us.
Good to be here, Rosemary.
So President Trump signed a $12 billion bailout package for farmers Monday to help those feeling considerable pain as a result of his tariffs. But he blamed former President Joe Biden for their economic woes, not his own tariffs. What do you say to that?
Wow. I hadn't even heard that one. That's amazing. That we can't sell soybeans to China, so we have to bail out the soybean farmers. No, that's a Trump one, mate. I've seen the soybean numbers for during the Biden era. It was all pretty smooth sailing, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, short answer there. So does this $12 billion package adequately cover their losses, the farmers? And given they won't see any of this until the end of February, is it too little too late?
Mate, I don't know why I'm worried about their losses. I'm worried about my losses. I pay more at the grocery store. I'm paying more for Christmas presents. My Black Friday sales weren't as good. And it's not just me. I bet it's you, Rosemary, as well. And I bet it's the viewers at home. Every single one of us is paying this tax. Every single one of us is a whole lot worse off. All that money's gone into a big pot. And what Trump has done is he's taken a bunch of mates and he said to them, I like you, you're a farmer, I like the cut of your jib. You get bailed out, but the rest of us don't.
Well, presumably he's going to work round to various groups that are feeling the pain. I mean, eventually, will he help the people who are trying to sell coffee?
Well, maybe he'll help the people trying to sell coffee, but what about the rest of us? We're buying coffee. We're the ones who are paying more. We're the ones who put the money in the pot that he's giving away.
All right, so before we get to the bigger picture there, I do want to look at President Trump set to start his economic sales pitch in Pennsylvania in the coming hours, going to coal country with a message that affordability is a hoax and his economy is doing well. How's that message likely to land?
Oh, good luck, mate. Affordability is a hoax. It's a universal constant that almost every single person, except the very rich in this country, we have limited incomes and we have a whole lot of stuff we've got to buy to get by and to keep up and help our kids get ahead. And affordability is on the front of the mind for almost everyone, almost all the time. Going to the grocery store is painful. Paying the bills is painful. And it feels a little bit more painful when you're also paying a bit extra because of the tariffs, or you're paying a bit extra because farmers can't get the immigrant labour that they need, or you're paying a bit extra because Obamacare subsidies aren't being fixed. And telling me that's a hoax when I see it at the cash register, and I bet the viewers at home agree, that's not going to work.
All right, so let's look at the economy as a whole. What are you telling your students? I want you to describe where the US economy is right now, because a lot of Americans think we're in a recession right now.
I'm just telling my students to study hard. Their exams are coming up. But look, where's the economy at? There are a lot of people very, very concerned about the state of their personal economies right now. People who are worried that the unemployment rate has been rising over the past year, that manufacturing employment continues to fall, that inflation continues to be higher than the Fed's target. Now, on the flip side, you could say, well, things aren't that bad. The hard data we've got doesn't say that things are rotten, and I don't think that the US is in a recession right now, but guess what? I couldn't tell you if it was because the government stopped collecting data because it's just coming out of a government shutdown. So it's going to be a couple of weeks yet until we actually know where we stand. In the interim, what we do know is that the American people have really lost confidence in the state of the economy.
And what are you expecting from the Fed next time they meet?
Look, they probably are going to cut rates this week. But they're probably also going to signal it's going to take a lot more for them to do it again. It's very hard to make monetary policy in the dark with no data, and it's doubly hard when you're in a very tumultuous economy where you're seeing both unemployment rising, that would normally be a reason to lower rates, but you're also seeing inflation remaining resilient and high, and you're worried about inflation coming through as a result of the tariffs, and that would normally be a reason to cut rates. So this is a Federal Reserve Board that's more divided than at any point that I've seen in my career. So watching how those dynamics resolve will be very interesting.
Justin Wolfers, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
A pleasure, mate.